Cancer and Cancer rising. This full moon is happening in the area of self-worth and issues around money. So you could be looking at how you spend money and how that expenditure reflects on your understanding of self-worth. It could be that you're realizing that you might have been overly optimistic in some of your spending with the Jupiter-Sun conjunction. The other piece of this is the square to Mars-Uranus, and that can create tension with friends. And we've talked about this for the last couple of weeks, where Cancer, is the caretaker of the zodiac. Cancer is the one that usually is, helping everybody else. And you may have gotten into a situation where you realize, I don't know if I have it to give. I think I might need to save some of this generosity for myself. That would be one way it could manifest. The other way is demands on your shared resources, whether it is tax time coming up here and you realizing that you need to focus more on your own resources and less on giving away everything. Or it could be that a friend who's been especially demanding and not necessarily reciprocating some of your generosity becomes a focal point for you. And this is that Venus-Pluto in the 7th house that creates a little bit of intensity, a little bit of drama where, the 7th house isn't friendships, it is generally partnerships, but because it's making a connection to that Mars-Uranus, it feels like there's some crisis with a friend in being involved, and maybe you loaned somebody money and you're having a hard time getting it back, but it's bringing everything back down to, how do I value myself? Am I giving myself away? Am I only valuing myself for how much I can give to other people? Those could be some themes. And that conflagration of Aquarian energy in the 8th house, there again is that back and forth between wanting so much to be optimistic and spend money like you can be optimistic, but then there's also the practical side that's kind of in your other ear saying, I think it's maybe better to save than spend right now, even though there are people out there that need the money, or I feel like they need the money. I feel like I want to help them. You might want to be a little bit more discerning around money. That's a big theme right now for Cancer. Discerning around money, particularly where it involves other people. The Mercury retrograde is going to go retrograde in the house of shared resources. So if you're contractually obligated to someone financially, you could see this as a time where you're reviewing that contract, you're reviewing all the ways that you share money, you're looking at how that needs to change or be edited and evolve, and also looking at communicating more about how you share money. And this isn't always a comfortable conversation, but it could be that you're trying to reassess a shared resources agreement. That you're looking at this and saying, okay, I know we agreed to this one thing, but I'm now noticing I have to do it a different way. And that could create some tension. That could require a little delicate handling this week because of the Venus-Pluto conjunction. There's just intensity there where your partnerships are concerned. What else do I want to mention? I didn't really talk about the nodal square between Neptune and the north and south node. That's something we're going to be experiencing pretty much off and on. I think it's through the first quarter of this year. With Cancer, it's in this house of, control versus surrender, your perspective around how you serve other people and how you take care of yourself. And that's probably an ongoing theme with Cancers because they're so giving and because they receive a lot of self-worth from how much people feel they can lean on them. That's going to require some tweaking this year, particularly this first quarter of the year.